Pinagsikapan kong isagawa ang ayaw isagawa ng iba. Sa aking mga nobela ay pinilit kong sagutin ang mga mapanirang puring paratang sa aming mga Pilipino. Inilahad ko ang kawawang kalagayan ng aking bayan, ang aming mga karaingan at kalungkutan.
Consumatum est!
History Talks.
Hello everyone! Welcome to today's episode of History Talks. I am Melanie and joining me with my co-host, Marianne and Kay. Today, we will dive into a very important and one of the controversial issues of Philippine history. And this is the passing of Rizal Law or RA 1425.
That's right. The Rizal Law required the reading of No Limitangere and El Filibusterismo in school. But back then, this sparked a huge debate between the lawmakers and the Catholic Church.
So for today's episode, we will talk about the major reasons why the law faces a strong opposition. So one of the reasons is it shows open criticisms against the church, and second is it might jeopardize the faith of the Filipino people. So let's dive in.
Alright.
Segment 1. Open criticism against the church.
So let's start with the first point. Rizal's novels openly criticized the abuse of the church during the Spanish period. So the supporters of the law argued that it was necessary for the students to know the truth about the history. So how can we understand the nation's struggle for freedom if we hide Rizal's writings?
Well, on the other hand, Marianne, many Catholic leaders on that time saw the novels as an attack to the church itself. That is why they feared if they required or allowed the students to read all of that novels, and it would plant seeds of disrespect towards the clergy.
But isn't there a difference between criticizing the abuses in the history and attacking the church itself, since Rizal was against the corruption and abuses and not the church itself? So I think the issue was more about pride and reputation.
Segment 2. Jeopardy of the faith.
Now let's move to the second argument of the Rizal Law, and it talks about it weakens the Catholic faith of the students. Imagine, the young people read the priest power abuse, so it will probably shaken the truth and their faith of that institution of the church.
But faith that can be shaken by truth might not be a strong faith at all. Rizal works encourage critical thinking. They show that while religion is important, it should never be used to exploit people.
Yes, definitely.
I see both sides. The church just wanted to protect the faith of the Filipinos, but at the same time, how can we mature as a nature when we shield ourselves from the uncomfortable truth?
So, was the Rizal Law is a threat to the church or a tool for a national awakening?
Maybe both, depending on which perspective you choose.
Well, what's important is that it pushed Filipino to think critically, to reflect on their past, and to balance faith and nationalism. And that wraps up on our episode for today about the controversies behind the Rizal Law. Thank you for joining us, and see you next time here on History Talks!
Melaine Leon's host, Christine K. Dello Strico James host, Momo Marianne Merst Ralph Rubin script writer.
Nagpabaril pa ako dito sa Bagong Bayan, tapos kayong mga kabataan dyan ngayon ay naging jijimon lang.